Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Phil. Welcome to Phil's Computer Lab. Today we're checking out a hard drive docking station. This one is compatible with SATA as well as IDE drives, and it's got a USB 3.0 interface. This is a review unit provided to me by banggood.com. You're looking at $25 for this unit, and I put a purchasing link down below in the video description. The box arrived slightly damaged. You can see it's all squished here, and there's some minor cosmetic damage on the unit, which we will check out later. Now, Banggood offers a 3-day DOA warranty, so if anything got damaged in shipping, just take a photo and contact them, and they will either give you a refund or send you a new unit. Okay, these are the parts that are inside the box. We've got the docking station. There's a USB 3 cable, a power brick with one of these standard power adapters, which is awesome because then I don't have to use the UK cable. I can just use my Australian one. We've got a little user manual, there's a driver disc, and this is the plastic bit that broke off. We're going to have a look at that in more detail later. So here's the power supply. It's rated at 12 volts and 3000 milliamps. The connector is pretty standard, so in case you ever lose this, this will be very easy to replace. USB 3 cable is also included. One goes into the desktop, one goes into the back of the docking station. And here we've got the actual docking station, USB 3.0 all-in-one HD docking. There's a button here which likely cooperates with the software for backing up purposes. And this is where the plastic bit broke off just from here. So yeah, losing a little bit of stability, but really it's not a big deal. And the way this works, if we look inside here, we've got a SATA connector down here. So this is where the 2.5-inch or 3.5-inch SATA drive plugs into here. And then we've got two IDE connectors here, one for the 2.5-inch up here and one for the 3.5-inch up down here. And this is the power for the Molex. And this can actually be moved a little bit to the left and right because the distance of the hard drive can vary, and there's also a little slider down below that lets you adjust that. Also in the box is a driver CD. I believe this is some sort of a backup software solution that ties in with the button at the front. We will have a look, but usually these generic software drivers that come with these units are usually not that good, and you might be better off using a third-party backup solution. And also in the box is our manual. It doesn't really talk about the unit itself. It covers the software, and just like I thought, it's some sort of a backup software that works in conjunction with the button at the front. I don't think this is disk cloning. It seems to be more like being able to back up a folder, but we will have a look at that later in the video. And here we have the back of the unit. There's a on-off switch. Here goes the power supply. And this is the USB 3 connector, which goes to the computer. Okay, here we are. I'm just going to connect this to my laptop. The laptop has USB 3, of course, so we can make sure that we're getting the maximum performance. Just going to turn this off at the back and connect it to the laptop. So I'm going to mostly use Crystal Disk Mark and test the performance. We're going to start with an SSD first, just to see what the converter bridge in this device can do. So this just slides in like that and power it on, and it should pop up on the computer. There you go, wonderful. Okay, so we've got drive letter E. Let's quickly change that to E and run the sequential disk benchmark. So the sequential read results are in 105 megabytes per second. The power LED is working, however, the other LED, disk A or disk B, there doesn't seem to be any activity going on here, which is, weird. That usually is something very standard. So in terms of performance, 105 megabytes reading, 96 megabytes writing is definitely faster than USB 2, but a lot slower than what an SSD can actually do. This one can do around 500 megabytes, and I've had USB bridges where it can do more than that. So performance, at least with an SSD and a fast SATA hard drive, is definitely held back a little bit by this device. Still 105 megabytes per second is quite a bit faster than if you had an older USB 2.0 docking station. Okay, let's try an IDE drive. So I'm just gonna cross this off and eject the drive, power it off at the back and pull it out. And let's try the Fujitsu. This is a 40 gigabyte laptop IDE hard drive. So I just have to line it up here. This goes that way. So there's no guide, so you're flying blind a little bit. Okay, so I struggled a little bit with inserting this 2.5-inch IDE drive, but the solution is actually quite straightforward. You line it up with the left edge of the bay, and then you just push it down, and there you go. So a lot easier than initially thought. You just have to align it with the left side and then push it down, and we should see the drive pop up right now. There you go, 40 gig IDE. Let's run the benchmark again, and let's have a look what kind of performance we're getting. So interesting, the light is now working. So yeah, interesting. So definitely this front IDE base seems to have an activity LED, but the other one, which is disk B, that didn't seem to work. It will be interesting to see if the 3.5-inch IDE drive also has a working light. Okay, the results are in 35.89 and 35.84 reading and writing. This is fairly standard IDE laptop hard drive performance. Yeah, so that worked well. It took me a while to figure out with the alignment, but once you know, it's fairly straightforward. Okay, let's eject this drive, and we're going to go for a 3.5-inch IDE drive. So I'll power it off. Pulling it out. So the way the IDE drive works, it should just slot in like so. That's it. Let's power it up. There you go. It's an 80 gig IDE drive. Barracuda 4 from Seagate. Let's see what this drive can do. Okay, that was the wrong drive. Let me just switch over to this one. Once again, we can see the IDE activity light working for disk A. Okay, here we got the results. 42.42 megabytes reading and 41.16 megabytes writing. So definitely the USB 3 performance is kicking in, and this is the typical performance for this drive. So that's working well. The LED works, so the IDE performance is terrific, and it works exactly how you expected it would work. Okay, we're gonna eject it, and we're gonna do one more test using 2 drives simultaneously. So I'm just gonna eject the desktop drive, and we're gonna insert the SSD and also the notebook hard drive. And we should see both drives up here. There you go, 120 gig. Yep, fantastic. So I can see both drives. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the software. I'm just inserting the disk. Let's see what this program can do. Okay, here we are. So a lot of programs, 8 in total. Let's see if the README file can give us any clues. Okay, it talks about some model numbers. Let me have a look in the box and see which one we have. I've got 875U3. 875. Just give me a sec. Doesn't seem to be on that list. There you go, 875U3J87. Alrighty, I think that one is the closest. So we're gonna go with that one. It's driver number 2. Okay. Huh. Admin permissions. Oh, there you go. Let me turn that off. And let's run it as an admin. Doesn't seem to make a difference. Oh well guys, I think I've seen enough. Yep, probably not going to spend any more time trying to get this software to work. Okay guys, that was the video review on the USB 3 all-in-one docking station supporting IDE and SATA hard drives from Banggood. $25, and it's yours. Purchase link down below in the description if you're interested. Let me know down below in the comments what you think, and if you have got any questions, if I forgot to cover anything, let me know. I can quickly have a look. So overall, I'm quite satisfied with this product. I will likely use this next to my main desktop simply because it supports IDEs and SATA drives in the 2.5-inch and 3.5-inch form factor, and also the docking station is a bit more secure and stable and more of a permanent solution. I also like that the power supply, you can just use your local country lead and you don't need to use a power adapter. In terms of negatives, the performance for a USB 3 drive, 100 megabytes per second, is good for older drives, but if you've got a modern SATA hard drive, you can definitely do better. The software also was a bit not quite as polished as you expect, so it didn't quite work out for me, and one of the LED lights didn't work. So the power LED would work, and one of the LED lights, but not the one for the SATA hard drive. But these are all minor cosmetic issues. So yeah guys, that's it. So overall, $25. I think you can't go much wrong with this, and if you've got a lot of IDE drives lying around and you maybe just want to do some surface scanning, making sure they work okay, or maybe you want to take some images of your old machine before trying to do something, definitely I can see this device coming in very handy. That's it for this video guys. As always, leave me some comments down below, and I shall see you soon with another video.